live. Everything seems to be working. Hello, hello, and welcome. Alrighty, so for today, I am going to continue working on this commission piece. And yeah, I'm really excited to just continue working. As you can see, Coco here is almost done. I'm just gonna finish her hair, the face, the hand, and once I get those aspects done of her, I'll move back onto the second layer of the glass bottle. So that's kind of the idea for today. All right, so let's see. Let's move this aside. And I don't know if the oil paint of the skin tones is still fresh or not. I may have to remix it. Oh, it's actually still fresh, but there's very little left. So I'm gonna have to mix some more. For Coco over here. I'm so excited to be working on this commission piece. I am just super happy. And in case you didn't know, doing this commission piece for Emily Neves, who is she voices so many characters from so many different animes, but in Witch Hat Atelier, she is the voice of Tartah. So wanted to do had me do this piece, create this piece for when she goes to shows and like does signatures for fans. And so this will be made eventually into a poster that she'll do signatures on for fans, which I'm so excited to like be a part of this. Alrighty, so just putting that aside, bringing this back forward. Hey, it's Evo Leia. Hi, Evo Leia. How you doing? No, thank you. Yeah, I got a little dressed up today. How is the best way for you to see this? I'm doing pretty good, Evo Leia. Doing good. And how are you? Yeah, I'm just working, getting lots of work done. I've been working a lot on this commission piece, but also too I've been working on making ears and horns for my next show. So sorry if you hear me sniffle. It's because I've been working on ears. So there's little fuzzy floaties everywhere all around. I have about 10 pairs of ears sitting here right next to me. And yeah, so I've been just trying to bounce back and forth, not only completing this commission, but also trying to prepare for my biggest show of the year. Hey, and it's Ka. Hi, Ka. How you doing? Thank you for the Kirby hearts. Good, I'm glad you're doing good, Evo Leia. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I've been busy making just working on my projects. I made an order of charms, new charms. So I'm super excited about that. After going to Level Up, I was just super like inspired by how many artists had charms and designing charms, and I wanted to make some more. And I'm pretty excited. Those should be, I know they're in production right now, so they'll be here just in time for Fan Fusion. Hey, and it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Doing pretty good, Isaac. Doing pretty good. Just working on this little piece here. Working hard. Yeah. So I've been just definitely a lot has been on my mind for sure. And if you ask what that is, it's just everything I have to get done in this month. But at least it's all good stuff. I can't complain. I have nothing to complain about. Ooh. Nice. You made some sugar-free ice cream. That's awesome, Isaac. What flavor of ice cream did you make? Chocolate. Yum. That sounds really good. I like chocolate ice cream. Sounds really good. Sorry, I'm like extra concentrating on these hands here. I swear, hands are one of like the hardest things to paint. I get why so many people, when they like paint chibis, it's just like a nub or a circle. These aren't chibis, but um, in some art styles that are cartoony and stuff, I totally get why people are like, nope, hands are just nubs because they're too hard to draw. It's just that hands have so many rules. They and so many precise rules, and even if there's one little thing that's messed up, it looks just not right at all, and it can look like disturbing. There we go. And I know that the two hands look very like mushed together, so I'm going to change that. I kind of want to add in some darker colors, try to separate the two hands. You know what I could do? I could use blue. And then I kind of use the shadows of the glass to show that contrast. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. Otherwise, I think it's just going to keep getting muddy and muddier. There we go. Nice, Isaac. Hey, if the ice cream tastes good, then that's what matters. We have a fuzzy. A fuzzy fuzzy. I know you can probably hardly see it. Heck, I can barely see that in my own vision. I could barely. It's a transparent hair, an invisible hair. I don't know if I got it. It's weird. It's like I see it when I'm painting it, but when I stop painting, there it is. I didn't get it the first time. Ah. It's like when I started painting, all of a sudden my paint was shifting, and I'm like, what is going on? There was a fuzzy. That's what that was. There we go. And I'm gonna, that pinky's a little too long, so I'm gonna have to shrink it a bit. And then add in back in some highlights of the glass. There we go. See, it's coming together. I've seen that theory too, Evolea. It's so funny. And I've seen that like little illustration where it's like a ton of little million like teeny little grabby fingers. It's kind of creepy to think about, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, because it's like, how does the Powerpuff Girls pick up anything? That or they have levitation powers. It's part of their superpower list. Their list of superpowers they got. Nice. See, that's so cool, Isaac, that you're making your own ice cream. That's awesome. Isaac, is making your own ice cream fun? Because it looks like fun. Oh, that's too funny, Evolea. That's too funny. It's funny that who like I know the colors are sometimes randomized in the names. Nice. Very cool. Well, that's good. That's awesome that you're having fun making your own ice cream, making your own food. Anyway, I think that being able to make your own food, like having that skill, is a really, really good skill to have. Alrighty. There we go. I think, you know what, for the first layer, I think your hand looks pretty good. It's only the first layer anyway. So that's okay. Well, there we go, and I'm gonna actually flip around my palette. I've been kind of flipping it back and forth because I have this skin tones on one side and the blues on another side. Now working on Coco's face. You know what, for her face though, I kind of want to work on it right side up, at least to me. Don't worry, I'll keep it in frame. It'll just be upside down. It's not that upside down. It's more on the side for you guys. There we go. So I'm kind of going in with my medium color first, coloring in everything, and then I'm going to add in shadows with my darker shades. Thankfully, I already had these skin tones from when I was working on Tartah. so I didn't have to remix them. Also, why I like oil paints so much, because day old paint can still exist on the palette. I think this is such a sweet picture. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that I get to paint this. It's so cute. Now, I know from the pencil that her face looks very gray. Um, don't worry, this is just the first layer. Yeah, that's the hard thing with like colors that are lighter. Is that they really take on the color of the graphite. I'm just doing. But I just blend, keep everything really soft. Yeah, it's all getting like kind of muddled more than I wish, but just the first layer, it's gonna be okay. There we go. And sorry if I kind of fell silent again. Next to hands, what's really hard is faces. Because faces, you really have to get precise and looking right. I almost feel like I should put a darker blue color behind her face to kind of add contrast, because right now it's like kind of light on light and it's not reading as well as I would kind of like it to. So I'm just gonna add some darker blue behind her and see what happens. I mean, what's cool, at least with paint, is that if it looks awful, I can just paint over it. I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. I can just paint over it and all will be okay. actually kind of accidentally working on the bottle even before Coco's completed, but that's okay, that happens. I mean, all three main subject matters are interconnected with each other, so of course there's going to be overlap in steps. And I really want to, like, I have a vision for this glass bottle, but I really want the rays shining through from the sunlight to be, like, very exaggerated. Just washing off my brush. Gonna go back in with some of the lighter flesh tone. Can actually balance my hand now on the canvas. The background's fully dry here, which I like the sky the way it is. I wanted it very plain and simple, very light, because this is where on the poster prints there will be signatures. But for the grass, I think the grass could or oh nope, wrong one. Wrong color. Gonna flip around my palette so I don't do that again. Sometimes I get used to a placement of color and then I, without even thinking what color I need, I just dip my brush in, kind of like a muscle memory thing. That's what I just did. But as I was saying, what was I saying? I already forgot. Oh, about second layers and that kind of stuff. So for the sky, I think it's good, but for the grass, I think it could be a little stronger. Definitely getting expressions right is gonna be key here. Getting the expressions down, getting the proportions down. So much more to it than just, haha, I'm painting, teehee. Teehee, I'm painting. Hey, it's Mythical. Hi, Mythical. How you doing? It's been a little bit. Good to see you here. Yeah, I got a really exciting commission painting. Here from Emily Neves, who does a lot of who voice acts all kinds of characters from all different animes. So I'm really excited to be doing this piece for her. As you could see, I'm really playing around with Coco's expression. Eh. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it right there, like that. You know what? I might have to just, I don't want to overwork it, and I feel like I'm getting to that point of overworking it, and I don't want to do that. I'm scared to overwork it. Basically, what happens if you overwork a painting, the paint can just, especially with oils, it can just get very muddy, and then you can't really tell what anything is anymore. And definitely don't want that. She's so sweet. Emily is super, super sweet. And she's always traveling around to different cons too. Alrighty. There we go. Would you ever think that so much work would go in a little face? All right. So, I'm gonna put this one aside. And now for her hair, which Coco's like blonde, but she has like, it's almost like more of a green yellow. So I'm gonna play around and experiment with some colors of exactly how to make this green yellow color. But I don't want her to look like she has green hair, because when you see her, you're like, oh, she's blonde. But then if you really squint closely of what kind of blonde it is, it has some green in it. So this is gonna be a little tricky to color match. I won't lie. I'm actually almost expecting myself to not get it right the first time. That probably will happen because this is very interesting color. Because I don't want it to be too green, because I don't want people to see it and be like, oh, she has green hair, which not exactly. Gonna take some green from here. This is a good green. And I'm gonna dull it down. Actually, underneath this, I didn't realize this is burnt umber. I was gonna add some burnt umber to it anyway, but it ended up being underneath wet, which I didn't realize. Well, it worked out in my favor actually. So I wanted to add some burnt umber. That could have been a mistake. Alright, I think this is good for her. The shadows actually. Now I just need to do this, but lighter. More yellow, but it's very pale, muted yellow. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen Witch Hat Atelier, you should definitely go and watch it. It is super cute. It's such a cute anime. I mean, especially if you like anything to do with witches and magic, which all those things is like right up my alley. Yeah, as soon as I was doing like a little research on the premise of this, I was like, wait a minute, this anime is totally up my alley. There we go. I think that's like her hair color. I think I got her hair color. And on the first try, too. We'll see how it looks once it's like put to canvas. Sometimes things kind of change and alter from palette to canvas, and you're like, that did not end up how I thought it was going to. But I'm actually kind of happy with this. So, shockingly enough. And it's Nacho! Hi, Nacho. How you doing? How's work going? Good, good, Nacho. Glad you're doing good. Yeah, you can kind of see I'm making more progress on this commission painting. Making some more progress. Yeah, my goal still is to get done with the first layer on Cocoa here and then move on to the second layer of the bottle. Probably won't get done with the second layer of the bottle. I don't expect that, but I do at least want to start it. That's all right, Nacho. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you later. So, bye for now. There we go. Just gonna make it a little easier on myself. Again, painting with the tiny brush party. The tiny brush party never ends. There we go. Okay, I'm actually happy with this blonde color. I will admit I was very nervous at first. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. No, I actually like it. Yay! Success! There we go. And you know what? Even though it's the first layer, I'm gonna add in some little highlights. Just right here. There we go. Now for her eye. You know what? I almost feel like I should be getting a smaller brush for the eye. Let me see if I can find something. I want to see if I can find a tiny, even tinier brush, which I do have. I have even tinier than what I was just working with. That's tiny, but I don't know if that's exactly what I'm looking for. Haha! I have found it. I have found the tiny of tiny brushes. The super tiny brush. Alright. And here we go. I don't have any white left. That might be a tad problem. But not really, because I have more white paint here. Oh, no. Yep. So my plans are for today to kind of split up my time between this painting here and working on more cosplay animal ears. Don't know if I'll get to horns or not. Kind of like to. What color are her eyes? They're like a gold. Yeah, I'll show you in a minute once I'm done with this eye. The ears that I've been working on. I'm actually really happy with some of these ears. I got a commission to make pink ones. So these are the little pink ones that I've been working on. Here, I'll show the pink color. Pink! As there's floaties. Everyone's been asking for my last couple of shows for calico ears, so making some calico ears. Each pair will be completely different because I'm using scrap fur for all the colors. And then I have some snow fox ears that I've been working on. Yeah. Which people like the snow fox ears. That's also a number one that people ask for. People like their snow fox ears, their red fox ears, and as of last show, lots and lots of calico. I don't know if calico cats are trending right now, but that was like something I've never been asked before. But so many people were coming up to my booth and like, do you have calico cat ears? And I'm like, no. But now I do. Now I do. Okay, I don't like that color that I just used on her bottom lid at all. I was trying to add some dimension and I just ended up making her look tired. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not working. Miss Coco's not tired. She's very passionate about being a witch. I'm very excited about being a witch. So she cannot be tired. Okay, accidentally the white kind of blended into the skin tone. So it's not as, oh well, I might have to correct that in the second layer. I might not have I don't think I can correct that now. Unless if I'm to remove paint, but it's such a small surface area, I kind of don't want to do that. There we go. Again, I think colors are just blending into each other. So it's not giving exactly the exact expression of her eyes that I want to. But you know what, that's okay. There we are. Yay! Okay. I think, okay, her eyes aren't exactly how I would like them to be, but I don't want to mess them up. And so I think I'll just like wait. There we go. You know what? For first layer, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good for just first layer. All right, so now on to the bottle. Yeah. So the bottle, let's see. The bottle, I was like looking at pictures of glass. Where's some broken glass? I have like mixtures of photos that I looked up of like broken glass and glass bottles, how it reflects, the light, everything. So I have like a whole mixture of reference photos here. Did a little bit of research. The biggest thing is going to be adding in the light and the streaks of light. So I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to mix up my blue colors. Actually, I want that picture again. Because there's a bottle on one of these photos that I'm kind of following the colors of, which I have all right here. Well, those are her cloak, and then this is the glass bottle. And I think that's the sky. Just gonna mix some more paint. Gonna add a little bit of turpentine to this. There we go. And I'm going to add a little bit of blue, a little bit of this green, kind of make like a darker color here. And then that's okay, I think, actually. That, I think we're all good on our colors. Gonna scooch this aside, pull this forward. Right. That's a good placement. There we go. That's a good place. And just gonna start, maybe not my super thin brush, maybe this one here. Pulling up a picture of broken glass. Such a funny thing to look up. I had no luck on Google. All the Google photos are so uninspiring. So I went on Pinterest to look up reference photos. And there I found good reference photos. First time painting broken glass. You know, it's actually kind of interesting looking at it in a different light. And I'm doing actually quite a bit of like experimenting here. I will admit. A lot of experimenting. I have no fear in art of experimenting. I think that's all part of it. It's part of the fun. There's a fuzzy. I knew I was gonna get more fuzzies when I brought my ears over. I should have moved my painting aside. It's okay. And I want to like keep these pieces looking sharp yet soft. Really trying to focus where is there light and where is there no light. Because for the reference for this photo here, it's just an illustration from the manga, which isn't colored in. It's just an outline. So a lot of the colors and that kind of stuff is really up for interpretation. And sure, I could have just colored it in and, you know, called it good even from this view, but even from this point, but I wanted to take it further. I really wanted to have that glass-like texture. Hey, hi, Win. How you doing? Oh, it's okay, Win. I was wondering where you were. I was like, usually Win is in the chat. You're all good. Win, did you have a late night last night? Is that why you woke up late? Oh my gosh, late night. May the 4th gaming night. Hey, that sounds like fun though. Win, what game were you playing? Which Star Wars game? I'm guessing since you're celebrating May the 4th, it was a Star Wars game. I'm doing pretty good, Win. Doing pretty good. Just my focus has been this painting, mainly. Oh, okay. Fun. That sounds like fun, Win. That's fun that Fortnite does that. This is Star Wars collaboration. Oh, sorry, it's a little off-centered. There we go. Whoops, my bad. Didn't even realize that the painting was slowly going off, like, camera. It was just like, going this way. You know what? It's coming along, I think. I think it is. My goal to get this to look like glass is, I think it's working. I want this glass to look like real glass. I know I'm having fun with all this reflection though. I will admit, I'm having fun. Lots of blending, lots of colors. Gosh, I have so many colors already in here. Go. I want to straighten this up a little bit. Well, if it's approved by UN, then I know it's good. It's approved by WIN. It's in the clear. All right, wait. There we go. Another fuzzy. Found yet another. There we go. There we go. Okay, you know what? I think it's getting somewhere. It's getting somewhere. And I want to look at another reference picture that I have. see. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I hope Emily loves it too. I really hope that she does. I think she will. There we go. Okay, I know this little bit took forever to do, but I am loving how it's turning out. I think it's looking really, really cool. It's so cute. Gosh, yep. So is anyone else working on anything creative? Any creative projects? Did anyone do any Star Wars themed art for yesterday, since yesterday was May the 4th? For good old Star Wars Day? Maybe. Just so happy. Happy, happy, happy to be working on this piece and really happy with where it is going. I knew painting all this glass would be a process, but you know what? It's turning out pretty good. Or at least I feel so. It's okay, Win. You're all good. Hey, there's tomorrow's stream, Could wake up for and do some drawing. There's always tomorrow's stream, which for tomorrow's stream, I most likely will be working on this again. Most likely. Just continue. I have a lot of motivation to get this piece done. Just keep working on it. Nice. Nice win. That's exciting. You got a new sketchbook. Yeah, definitely. Win, do you have any ideas of what you want to draw next? That'll be good. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, that's why I save all my VODs. So, not to worry. I know that feeling of having so many ideas. Hey, but you'll find that drive when just sit down and start drawing. You wanna... There we go. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this reflection. I don't know. I might find a new thing where I want to paint more glass now. Because I am just like, sorry, I kind of fell silent again. I kind of fell into the zone. Fell into the workflow zone, a paintbrush flow zone. And actually, painting glass reminds me a lot of like how to paint metal. Like it's just a lot of different colors and different ways of reflecting light to give this suggestion of what the material is. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Win. You should. That sounds like fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely work on the like reflection that's going here because to me it almost looks a little bit too much like flowing water. I knew it was just the first layer, and I knew this isn't what it was completely gonna look like. It was just more me mapping out where my colors were gonna be. But now that everything's kind of here and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's looking a little too water-like. I need it to look more reflective glass-like. Um, so I'm gonna figure out how to do that. But I have some visions. I have some thoughts in my head. I have a little plan. I think I know what I'm gonna do. And to have it not so, I don't know, have it look like a jar of liquid. Someone stuck him in a potion bottle and he went on his way. go. There we go. Just having fun with this little. There we go, kind of playing with the little reflections. How are we doing on time? Oh, good. I don't know how far I will get on the glass bottle today, but my goal is to get as much done as possible. I don't expect myself to finish in this session the second layer to the glass bottle. No. Oh my gosh. When if I could I would, but I actually have things going on today, so unfortunately, even though I totally would, but I have to get off right away cuz I got things going on. I'll continue working on this piece though after stream. We'll see how much I do though, because I am trying to share my time between this piece and inventory. So but I'll probably work on it more later today too. And don't worry, I'll be posting. Oh, you're all good, Win. I knew you're making a joke. But I'm being honest, if I could, I would. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. No, especially lately, I've been kind of slacking on posting, which I feel a little bad just because, but my mind has been like in other places, especially with this painting here. A lot of my focus has been going to this, so, and a lot of my focus has been going to horns and ears, so unfortunately, um, I kind of got lazy the last couple of days about posting. Feel like I was on such a strong streak with posting, and then I don't know what happened. But I'll get back into the swing of things. There we go. See, it's getting somewhere, this painting. It's getting somewhere. Yeah, and I have like an idea of like a third layer of like beams shining through really lightly, like through the glass. I like playing with light and color and glowing, so all that really. Of course, this one translates that too. Never think that such a tiny painting actually takes so much effort. But it does. Aw. And I think it's turning out so cute. There we go. There we go. Hey, that would be really cool, Win, to make a stained glass painting of the broken bottle. That'd be very cool. I say do it. That'd be fun. I think that'd be a cool project. It would be interesting. It would be interesting, and I think it'd be cool. Uh-oh, there's another fuzzy. Nope. Trying to pull the fuzzy without damaging the oil paint. Maybe I should just stick to making horns while working on this painting. There isn't so many fuzzies. Well, no, there still would be because I'm adding the fur to the bottoms of the horns now. So actually would change nothing. I confused myself for 2 seconds. I got very confused. Um, so I just took like a screenshot of like by the reference picture I'm going off of, and the time said 1:56, and I was like, "Wait, what? What happened to 12 o'clock? Why did it already jump over an hour?" Like, what happened? How long have I been sitting here? I'm so confused. And then I realized, oh, it's just the time on the screenshot. So I had a silly moment of being like, what? Like, I time warped. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. Hey, it's Mr. Hangman. Hi, Mr. Hangman. How you doing? Aw, don't cry, Evil Leia. It's okay. I know it's crazy how much time flies, though. But Evelea, don't cry. I'll be back tomorrow. I know 2 hours does go by very fast. Nice. Nice, Mr. Hangman. That's nice. You've been just chilling and reading. That sounds like a good day. And did I read that right? And you almost finished the book. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, 72 pages left. Yeah, that's not many pages left. Doing good. I need to give more time to reading. I have so many books I want to read. Need to give it time. That's nice you give reading time. Yeah, I'll be here. Evolea, I'll be here tomorrow. Normal time. I'm probably working on this, most likely. Most likely that's what I'll be working on. Hey, that's awesome, Mr. Hangman. That's good, especially there are so many really, really good books to read. No shortage of material. Which is really nice. Oh my gosh. Only 6 more books. You say that like it's no big deal. I only got 6 more books. No, that's awesome though. That's awesome you have so much reading material too. Oh, you're all good, Win. No worries. Please do not feel bad for ever arriving late. It's all good. I'm just hanging out and painting, and you guys know where I am at what time. Hmm. Well, I'm glad, Mr. Hangman, that you're enjoying the book, and I'm glad it's not as hard as a read as you thought it was gonna be. I don't know. I think sometimes people they want things like super easy, and mindless, and if it's not mindless, they think it's hard. I remember years and years ago, I was recommended a book. I don't even remember the name of the book. It had a weird title. It's by a family friend, and she's like, "This book changed my life." And she's like, "How I view things." And it was such a hard fantasy book to read. Oh my gosh. It was just I don't know. all the names, like they had like it was kind of like about, I think from my remembering and my interpretation of it, it was like about a royal family involved with other royal families. So there was multiple kingdoms, and all the kingdoms had weird ass names and spellings, and everyone had really weird made up names. Even like clothing, and like they were talking about trades and that kind of stuff. Everything was weird made up names. And it was all over the place. And I was like, I don't know what this book is. I think I got through like the first chapter and then read the last chapter just to see, like, because I was like so lost. So I wanted to see if the book even changed. Like, if the last chapter at least made somewhat sense. Not storyline, because obviously I'm jumping to the end, but I'm like, if the language makes more sense, then I'll give the book more of a chance. Nope, the language didn't change. And I'm like, oh. Don't even remember the name of that book. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know. I think it was like another made up name. And also too, so long ago. I think I was just like a little tween. Well, that's good as long as you're enjoying the book, Mr. Hangman. Yeah. Hey, if the worst criticism is that some of the chapters are a bit long, that's not a horrible criticism. And that's things are, if that's the worst part, then I would say that it's pretty good. Really? Huh, when? Interesting. I've never heard of either of those book series. I wouldn't know. Huh. Yeah, I don't know any of those books. I am out of the loop. Out of the loop completely. Oh, okay. Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting, Mr. Hangman, that the characters speak in Old English, but the rest of the book isn't. I know some people who read books where they just read dialogue, which is weird to me. I would never pick up a book and just read a movie script if all you're interested in is dialogue. But yeah, I'm like, I know some people that are like, oh, I just read the dialogue. It's like, oh, but then what about world building? What about like other things that are going on? There's so much more to a book than just dialogue. Oh well, I shouldn't judge. People do what they want to do. People read how they want to read. I guess. No, I don't know when. I'm not familiar with it actually. The book or the series. Uh-uh. Gosh, I love fantasy. I gotta get my fantasy game up to par. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna finish up this little section of the bottle, and then I will call it a stream here. I'm just gonna basically make this more solid right here and smooth in the crack. Make it softer, more blended. I don't want to end the stream at not a good stopping point, so we'll reach a good stopping point first. All right. Just gonna finish that line there. It's kind of tricky because I don't want it to too blend into the glass shard that is facing forward. There we go. I don't like actually how not contrasty that is. So gonna up the contrast a little bit. There we go. I know it looks weird, but it's work in progress. It's a work in progress, I promise. Just cleaning off my brush. Now I will bring that back to the center. Here, have it right side up for you guys to see. And it's Ray. Hi, Ray. How you doing? You caught me just as I was about to end my stream here. I actually went over a little bit. That's okay. I was a tad late anyway. So, no, I haven't, Mr. Hangman. I haven't read that one. No. Man, might have to come back and take some notes and get my fantasy reading on. Nice, Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray. Why did I call you Mr. Ray? It's Ray Ray. Anyways, I apologize, Ray. Nice. Glad you're just finishing up work. Then you're free for the day. Yay! All right, Mr. Hangman. I'll have to check them out. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm always for reading good fantasy stories. Aw, you're welcome, Win. You're so welcome. I'm happy to bring some positivity the best I can. All right, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. I'll have to remember that, Mr. Hangman. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for everyone who joined today. It was fun. Made good progress on this commission piece. I'm actually really happy with where it's going. It's so cute. It's such a cute little painting. I will be back tomorrow at the same time where I will most likely continue working on this piece. Um, there's still a lot of detail in the jar to do, in the rays of light, um, also the grass I could work on. So there's still lots to work on while other aspects of this painting are drying. So yeah. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. You guys are all so awesome. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Well, that's it for today, and I will see you all tomorrow at the same time. Alrighty. Bye for now. Bye.